You know, it's amazing how short a thing like memory can get. I remember the day that Lehman Brothers collapsed before our eyes. That very evening, I happened to see some of the self-described masters of the universe not so confident anymore. I remember how those in the upper reaches of the financial sector weren't so put upon by government emergency rescues, right? Don't you remember how the bluster and arrogance was replaced by a moment, albeit fleeting, of humility? That time, though, has passed, and so has any sense of reality, let alone remorse. Amazingly, some of the very practitioners, even inventors of the financial weapons of mass destruction, they now are moaning of the ills of big government. It's almost too rich. Compensation oversight? How dare they? New regulations to regulate Wall Street? Who does Obama think he is? Telling the banks to start freeing up some of those tax dollars that we bailed them out with for rational mortgages? What is this, Soviet Russia? Not only have these guys forgotten how they helped create this crisis, they have the nerve to be offended that strings could actually be attached to a federal lifeline. Now, you want to hear out of touch? Listen to these comments from the investment class's most vocal mouthpiece, none other than CNBC.
How about this, President and new administration? Why don't you put up a website to have people vote on the internet as a referendum to see if we really want to subsidize the losers' mortgages?
Taxing the rich, raising taxes on private investment funds, and raising taxes on offshore corporate revenues. That is more war against investors and businesses in the worst bear market recession in memory. It is an extraordinary, stupid performance.
Isn't it your obligation in this country? There is a tax code for a reason. To take advantage of every bit of it you can and pay as little as you can.
This is America. How many of you people want to pay for your neighbor's mortgage that has an extra bathroom and can't pay their bills? Raise their hand. How about we all? President Obama, are you listening?
I'm listening, you idiot. You should also hear these guys complain about any handouts for the auto industry, any help for the unemployed out there, for insurance, or any compensation for anybody who doesn't belong to the Fortune 500. Now, their rage is centered on the temerity of our president to say that shipping jobs overseas should not come with rewards. It should actually, heaven forbid, carry responsibility. Only in America, and only under the 8 years of George W. Bush, could we have rewarded companies for firing Americans, outsourcing production, and hiding the windfalls of those profits in some offshore accounts. Pay taxes like the rest of us? Imagine the crazy concept. Please, all I'm asking is, have some decency, if not shame, and keep your whining to yourself. Now, this is America. None of us like to pay taxes, but as Warren Buffett just said, the guy Karen just showed you, who many people say is not only the Oracle of Omaha, but the one sane voice in the financial community, he said we got a real problem when my secretary pays more taxes on a percentage basis than me. The top 100 companies, the $700 billion in profits, they were paying 2% on them, because unless you're an idiot, you figure out how to work the tax code and how to shovel all this money in the Cayman Islands. It's ridiculous. If you're a small business like that phony from CNBC seemed to be championing for, you don't get the same breaks that you do if you're a Fortune 500 giant. It doesn't work that way. Let's have the same rules for everybody, and I'm begging you guys, if you get a bailout, be smart enough to shut up. You live in this cloistered world where you don't hear the anger that is out there on Main Street. You got a good deal, be wise enough to zip the lip and stop complaining like you are poor and oppressed. It's too much to take.